Lodge in Suches, Georgia. It's called the Valley of Suches. The owner's name is Bob, Still, Bob Still. Bob Still returned my phone call, leaving two different messages, because the first message he left, he knew he was on the phone. He thought he hung up the phone, and then he really said what he felt and described in so many words the character and the person that he really and truly is. And I want y'all to listen.
Yes, this is Bobby Steele calling Mr. Wilder and about fishing. So try to give me a call back anytime you can that you're free, and I'll do the best I can to make sure I answer your call, my friend. Thank you.
Somebody calling about fishing, huh?
The black guy.
How did you tell? Huh? How did you tell?
I can tell. Honey, I know niggers. You understand me? I spent 24 years with niggers. I know them. You understand?
You definitely talking about that.
If anybody ever says to you, your husband just, listen, this is what Mr. Bobby will tell you. He lived, ate, drank, and slept with niggers for 24 years. He knows them better than any white person that you know.
My mission has always been to include and introduce all walks of life into the fishing industry. And I need y'all to call, email, do something, and let this man know how you feel about what he did to me today.
Do the best.
That's the problem. Like, now I'm gonna get to what was just said, but the brother, he's still like, he want to bring people together. You know, his whole mission is to do that, and for people to reach out to him and let that owner know how he made him feel. Now, he thought the phone was off. I'm gonna play it again. He thought the phone was off. It was on that message thing, and it sounds like the woman is asking him. He says it's a black guy. The woman says, "How do you know it's a black guy? How do you know?" He said, "I know a N-word, hard ER. I know one. I done slept, ate, and drank with them, the N-word. I know. Ask anybody. He knows," talking about himself, he knows the N-words better than any white person. Like, but I want you to listen to how he's talking in the beginning when he leaves the message. "Hey, bud, just want to return your call. I want to help you out." And then, like, you can't make this up. He said that with so much conviction. Did y'all hear how he said it? "I know those N-words. You understand me?" Like, he let it be known to this woman. Maybe it's his wife. Maybe it's a co-worker. He like, "How dare you ask me, how do I know that if it was a black man on the other side of the phone that I'm returning a phone call to? I know English. I know him. You understand me?" Like, it's like a dragon just came out of this man that was just, you know, so polite, professional, communicative, asking for the brother to return the call so he can help him out. It's that crazy dynamic where you're, and let's just say, I'm not talking about everyone. I'm not talking about all of them, but I'm talking about the majority of them. Okay. It's that crazy dynamic where somebody is professional with you. They're communicative with you. They sound like they care about you. Hell, they'll even laugh at your jokes. But when you're not around, or when they believe the phone is hung up, this is how they're talking. That's a lot of your co-workers. That's a lot of people you deal with in public every day. You just don't know it, you know? And it's like this. I don't even care in public. I don't care. I don't know it, you know? So I don't really care, and I'm not looking for that, and I'm not thinking that. But sometimes you got to think like that, and you got to wonder like that when stuff like this happens. I'm not surprised, because I always felt like the same way that black people and brown people get around when they get around their people and they feel comfortable to talk about that Caucasian boss, or just how Caucasians are in general. I believe they the same. I believe white people are the same way, So I think from that standpoint, it's a human thing. Everybody does it, but the conviction, the emphasis that he put when he said, I know them, those those hard ERs. I know those N words. I know them. You understand me? Like, he was angry. And so it's like, damn, they have to they putting up a front this whole time, eating, sleeping, drinking, hanging around, going to work with us, with black people. And so you gotta, that's crazy. It needs to be studied. It needs to be separately studied by somebody to understand how the white supremacist mind works, where you on the outside you're harmless, on the outside you're professional, on the outside you're all of those good things that you see on TV and television, and politeness and courtesy and all of that, but you feel like black people are just the N-word with the hard ER, with emphasis. It's crazy to think about, but I mean, should we be surprised? And I don't, my focus is not always to talk about race issues between black and white people, because, let's be real, they're always going to be there. But this right here is crazy right here, just to hear it. Just to hear it, and for them to think that the phone had hung up and talk how they really talk. I would rather these people just say it, wear a t-shirt, have a sign, and I can respect that more than somebody that is smiling in my face saying like, you had a good interview. I think you got the job. That's what I had. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with people that you go for a job and they're smiling and they're like, have a good day. You did an excellent job on your interview. You'll be receiving a call for us next Tuesday. And it's a person that thinks like that about you. And you wonder why you didn't get the job. You wonder why. You're like, well, I'm overqualified. I check all the boxes. You wonder why you didn't get that loan from Navy Federal Credit Union. Be like, yeah, I'll never. They say it like that. Say it like how he said it. I'll never. He looked to the secretary and said, I'll never hire that NER. You understand me? I don't care how qualified he is. He's not getting in this office. For real. Hey, that's real though, but that's like, in all seriousness, that's the real world for black people that don't live in that real world. That's the real world for black people that are super Republican, for black people that are super Democratic, that are up in the higher echelon places where most people can't even go, but you got an internship and you done got to meet Barack Obama, you done got to meet Donald Trump, you done been around all of these rich people with all this money and all the power that's making the laws and stuff, but and you're blinded, you can't see that when they're in the room by themselves, they're like, yeah, that N-word did a good job on my campaign. He did a good job. I'll give him a recommendation.